Alright guys, it's that time of the week again. I'm down at the club, it's battle report time. And what have I got here today? The Deathguard are out in full force again, but I've put together another different style of list again at 1500 points. So I've been painting like a madman, but a bit disappointed with myself, and I do apologise. This one unit, I didn't quite get fully finished, but I need it in the list today to try out what I'm trying out. So, what have we got in the list? So we're running a battalion. So first off, we've got the Demon Prince, and he's got 2 Malefic Claws. Then we've got a Malignant Plague Caster, so they're the 2 HQ choices. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 units of 5-man Plague Marines. Now, you'll see that there's something different here. I had a 7-man squad of them. I cut that in half and made it into 2 5-man squads and made an extra 5-man squad. Reason being is, I'm now running them all with these blight launchers that I made. So in every unit now there's 2 blight launchers and a plasma gun on the champion. So in this I got 1, 2, 3 armed the same with plasma and 2 blight launchers. So that's the 3 troops choices. The reason I've done that is because I want to use Arch Contaminator on the big guy and test and just like get reroll once hit and full reroll wounds with my grenade launchers, which I think should be effective, and any other plague weapon in the army. So that's battalion. Then moving to elites, we have Foul Blight Spawn, always does works, always in the list, really good. And next, I want to try out my Death Shroud Terminators again, just for some board control, or if they're coming to me, walk in and choppy. And then we've got, well, we've got no heavy support, we've got fast attack, we've got 1, 2 fetid blow drones, and then 3 Mephetic blight haulers. So that's the list I'll be using at 1500 points today. Tactics wise, the Mephetic blight haulers are going to give cover to the Marines, which makes them a bit more resilient, and then obviously using the Arch Contaminator, going to get an absolute bucket roll of wounding with all the plague weapons around. So it's a bit smaller elite force, but I think it's going to work out well. So I'll do another video later on after today, once it's all fully finished and painted up, more in-depth Tactica and the exact workout. Alright, so I'll wait for my opponent to get down here and then we'll get into things. Alright guys. Alright, so I got down the club and got a guy come in, Andrew, he's known before, he's brought down his red CORSAIRS. So what do we got in the list here, Andrew?
Alright, so we got good old Smash Captain on bike.
So this is a new addition with now that we can access Thunderhammers with ginormous, what's that, off Bloodthirster?
Yep.
Looking good, so way over the top. What's he armed with other than that ginormous hammer?
He's got the red CORSAIRS Combi Melter.
On the front there.
The MALSTROM's Bite.
Yep, so he's just a big nasty man.
Jump Sorcerer is my Warlord.
Jump Sorcerer, and what's he do?
He just casts spells, and he's got the tip of the claw because I'm running the Raptorial Host detachment.
Yep, and then what's this guy here? He's
my Dark Apostle.
With his 2 Gimps.
Yep.
And then for your Raptorial Host you got at the back here, how many of these guys?
13 Raptors, and the captain, or the sergeant's got the Power Sword.
Beautiful, and the rest are just Chainsaw Bolt Pistol?
Chainsaw Bolt Pistol.
Alright, and then you got 1, 2, 3 troops with an assortment of close combat weapons, pistols. There's one of the new rotor cannons in there. These guys are bolt guns. Up the back here, we got 3 of these guys now. They're growing. Yep. Alright, and he's using the proper points this time, people, so don't be too hard on him. Coming across here, the Dorito Dread. Same as last time. What do you got? 1 Greater Possessed?
1 Greater Possessed.
And then just 1 Rhino.
Yep.
And what's that coming at?
1596, I think it is.
Alright, and then you've got how many command points?
10.
Alright, so I've only got 8 command points, he's got 10. We'll see how this goes. Alright, we'll get a mission rolled up and go for it. Alright guys, so we've just gone Maelstrom of War, just on the Eternal War. So we've got on this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Alright, so on my side we've got Bloat Drone moving across, pretty much got what they call Death Ball. So all this is sort of working together. So we've got Marines, character, and then cover bubble. And then over here we got another one of the bloke drones, and then in deep strike we got the Destroyer Terminators. Coming over here for the Red Corsairs, we got 1 Troops Choice, 2 Troops Choice, Dorito Dread, giant ball of chainswords of death, Thunderhammer of the Gods, and we've got some guys in here, and also the Obliterators in deep strike. So, you set up first. So you got the +1, so we'll roll to see who gets first turn. So that's a 5 and a 5, so we'll re-roll that. As you can see too, I got my fancy Nurgle dice out today, and that's a 3 and a 3 because you got +1. Let's see if we can do this again. So we all got a 3, and you got a 1. Alright, would you like to try and seize the initiative now that we've finally got a result? And that's a 3. So Deathguard will be having first turn with my pussy dice. So we'll get back to you after that and see what happens. Hopefully I can delete this Dorito Dread. Alright, so end of Deathguard turn 1. So pretty satisfied with the Death Ball tactics so far. So starting with these guys, they moved up here. This guy was out of range because he only advanced 1. Going over here, this guy flew across the battlefield at 15 and killed 4 guys over here with his Death Spitters. And then here, the combined power of everything here, shot over here and took the Dorito down to how many?
He's on 3.
He's on 3, and how many do you have?
14.
14, so we took 11 wounds off the Dorito, so not a bad first round of shooting, thanks to all the re-rolled wounds from the Blight launchers and overcharged plasma, and a little bit of missile love, which was not bad as well. Alright, so we'll have Red Corsairs first turn 1, and we'll see what happens. Death Ball! Alright guys, end of Red Corsairs turn 1. So this stayed still, these guys stayed here, these guys stayed here. This all moved across, and as you can see there's no Raptors because a lot of them died in Overwatch, and then they actually got beat down by my Plague Marines in combat due to my Death Ball bubble. But then in retaliation, this Smash Captain single-handedly pulverised a 5-man unit, which was pretty impressive, and then consolidated into these. So he got first strike, and that's the only point that's been scored in this game so far. So I'll have my Deathguard turn 2, see if I can't score some points, and we'll go from there. Smash Captain! Alright, end of Deathguard turn 2. So, movement. The blob sort of just shimmied around in the middle here. They didn't move too far because it's the blob of death. This guy single-handedly, the Foul Blight Spawn, shot his load into the hammer guy and just obliterated him because I got 6 shots, so it just pumped him. These guys moved forward and both added their spit and removed the guy from here, and then assaulted in here. Didn't do anything to the tank though. Then over here, these guys come down but didn't do anything of significance, so they failed their charge. So in this turn I got Big Game Hunter and Blood and Guts. And I'm trying to hold the objective over here, but I've got to hold it for another turn again to get it. So that's it for Deathguard turn 2. We'll get on with Red Corsairs turn 2 and see what happens. Alright. Alright, end of Red Corsairs turn 2. So, things of note. These obliterators come down and shot twice and blew my bloat drone sky high off this thing. It was a good round of shooting, just damage everywhere, there was nothing I could do. Over here though, guys got out of here, they ran over here, they got absolutely muncherized, and this Greater Possessed killed 1 Marine. So, this ball of death thing that we've been talking about is quite nasty because their mouths are plague weapons, so they're like plague axe weapons. Something. What points did you score, mate? None. So we'll go on with the Deathguard turn 3, and hopefully something will happen. It's a bit of a grinding match here. We'll get back to you. Alright guys, end of Deathguard turn 3, and the Death Ball is just annihilating everything. So we've killed the Greater Possessed, and then shooting from all of this together, took these guys down to 1. This guy moved up here and took an objective and helped kill this Rhino. So these guys got the charge off, killed the Rhino. This guy heroically intervened and beat down one of my Death Shrouds, so it's still going on there. I've scored 2 more, so I scored Advance and Objective 3. So that is the end of my Deathguard turn 3. And we're going to go and see the Red Corsairs. All they've got left is a couple of things, so we'll see how they go at the end of this. And I'll get back to you. Alright.
Extra models.
Alright guys, so at the end of the game here, we've called it because Andrew's only been able to score 1 victory point over here. However, moral victory goes over here. He did manage to smash 2 of these death shrouds and he's still alive with this guy. You got to, and I guess this death ball's just rolling along. It's pretty solid. You got anything you want to add to the game, Andrew? He's just shaking his head. Alright. So you got to try out this guy at least, which was good. I can't give a man of the match. I'm just going to give Death Ball of the match. That thing just moves forward, re-rolls all its hits and wounds and just mows things down. Alright, if you like this, like and subscribe and we'll get on with another game today and see if we can't mow another army down. Hope you enjoyed it.